Welcome to the Nocturn Index. Tonight, we open the archives on two weird disappearances. Cases where drivers crashed in the dead of night, leaving behind baffling evidence before completely vanishing into thin air. Our first case takes us to Luling, Texas, December 14th, 2020. A student is driving home for Christmas, but he never makes it. His journey ends on a desolate road, leaving behind a chilling trail of questions. Jason Landry, 21, was leaving Texas State University. He packed for the holidays, heading to Missouri City. He left around 11:30 p.m., a routine drive he'd done before, but tonight the path would lead into the unknown. For reasons unknown, Jason bypassed the highway for Salt Flat Road, a remote, unlit dirt track. Isolated and dark, it was far from the main thoroughfare. A strange choice for a midnight drive. Just after midnight, his vehicle spun out and struck a tree. The impact was severe, shattering the glass. The car was found idling, lights on, but empty. Jason had vanished into the silence of the Texas brush. A volunteer firefighter found the wreck. But the real mystery lay 100 feet away on the dirt road. Jason's clothes, shirt, pants, even his underwear were strewn across the roadway. No signs of struggle. His backpack, wallet, and phone remained in the car. It was as if he'd simply stepped out and dissolved. No blood, no signs of a second vehicle, just the freezing night air and a car left behind. Massive search efforts followed. Canine units, drones, and divers scoured the surrounding ponds and brush. Despite weeks of searching, not a single trace was found. No scent, no thermal sign, no Jason. Theories range from paradoxical and dressing to something far more sinister waiting in the dark. But the evidence is silent. Salt Flat Road keeps its secrets, leaving investigators at a dead end. For his family, the wait is agonizing. 5 years of searching for a son who never made it home. They hold on to hope, waiting for the day the archives on Jason Landry can finally be closed. Until then, it remains a baffling void. A driver, a crash, and a young man gone without a trace. The trail ends on that dirt road. The truth remains buried in the darkness of that December night. But while Jason Landry's car was found in silence, our next case features a driver who vanished while on an active phone call, leaving behind a scream that still haunts us. The mystery deepens now. For our second file tonight, we turn to a disappearance that occurred while the victim was on an active phone call. It is a case that defies logic and leaves a chilling question in the Minnesota night. What happened to Brandon? Shortly after midnight on May 14th, 2008, 19-year-old Brandon Swanson was driving home to Marshall, Minnesota. Celebrating the end of the semester, he took a wrong turn and his Chevy Lumina slid into a ditch. Uninjured, but stuck. He called his parents. Brandon told them he was near the town of Lind. He could see lights in the distance. His parents drove to find him, but they were searching in the wrong place. Brandon began walking toward those lights. He stayed on the phone with his father for 45 minutes, describing his surroundings as he crossed fields and fences. But Brandon wasn't near Lind. Cell phone records later proved he was actually over 20 miles away, near Porter. The lights he was walking toward weren't the town he thought they were. He was lost in a vast, dark landscape. As he walked, the conversation remained calm. Until, at 47 minutes past midnight, the tone shifted instantly. Brandon suddenly shouted, "Oh shit!" and the line went dead. His father called back again and again. No answer. The search began immediately. His car was found the next day near Taunton, miles from where he thought he was. The keys were missing. There was no sign of a struggle, no blood, and, most hauntingly, no footsteps leading away. Scent dogs tracked him to the edge of the Yellow Medicine River. One dog jumped in, suggesting Brandon may have fallen. But the water was only knee-deep in most places. Extensive searches of the riverbed yielded absolutely nothing. Over the next several years, hundreds of volunteers and specialized teams combed every inch of the surrounding farmland. Theories ranged from a tragic accident in the river to Brandon succumbing to hypothermia in a hidden location. Yet no clothing, no phone, and no remains have ever been recovered. It's as if the earth simply opened and swallowed him. His disappearance led to Brandon's Law, requiring police to take immediate action on adult missing person cases. While his legacy changed the law, it hasn't brought him home. To this day, his parents still keep the porch light on, waiting for a son who vanished in the middle of a phone call, leaving only 2 chilling words behind. The mystery of Brandon Swanson remains one of the most haunting archive files in our collection. Forensic truth is elusive. Subscribe to the Nocturn Index as we continue to pull back the curtain on these archive files.